I give notice that tomorrow I shall ask the Honourable Leader. The Tasmanian Planning Commission Recommendation Report of 15 September 2025 states at the end of 10 years, because of the compounding interest on deficit financing, the debt attributable to the stadium would be approximately $1.8 billion, assuming a borrowing rate of 5% and taking into account the lifecycle costs, team subsidies and event attraction costs, as well as the net financial operating position of the stadium. There will be an ever-increasing debt associated with the stadium because of the compound interest effect unless taxes are increased or spending on public services reduced or other planned state capital projects abandoned to pay for it. Noting that the proposed stadium at Macquarie Point is likely to require ongoing taxpayer subsidies to cover the operational and life cycle costs of the asset, including operating costs, maintenance and depreciation, can the government please provide the following information? 1, clarity as to whether the asset and liabilities will rest with the Macquarie Point Development Corporation or Stadiums Tasmania once construction is complete. 2, if the asset is to be transferred to Stadiums Tasmania upon completion, an explanation of the transfer process, timing and inclusions. 3, a timeframe for when a comprehensive asset management plan for the Macquarie Point Stadium will be completed, which entity or agency will produce that plan and whether the plan will be tabled in Parliament prior to construction commencing. 4, an estimate of the long-term servicing, maintenance, depreciation and renewal liabilities across the expected life of the asset. 5, an estimate of any equity transfers or other budget injections likely to be required to service these liabilities across the forward estimates and future budget cycles. 6, confirmation of whether capital and recurrent allocations for the Macquarie Point Stadium are included within 2025-2026 budget and forward estimates, and if so, the total amounts by year and agency. 7, an indication of what capital or recurrent funding from essential public services may be redirected to fund the construction, operation or maintenance of the stadium. And 8, details of the proposed governance mechanisms to manage cost overruns, contractor claims or revenue underperformance during construction and after completion, including any provisions for independent financial or economic oversight.
Good question.